Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Danae. Happy 4th of July. I'm here in, well, not quite the birthplace of our nation, but if you look behind me, just right there, that's the bridge that leads to it, to Philadelphia. We're staying at the waterfront for a little staycation. And the view and the room and the light is so vibrant that I just wanted to do a quick video because we don't have anything to do for a little bit. So I'm like, why not? Just take advantage of the scenery. You know what I'm saying? My son over here is definitely taking advantage of the amenities. Where are you, son? Say hi.
Hi. And
Playing his game like
the
he.
music is a bit loud, so if you hear the music, just ignore it.
Oh, you can't even see your game on the screen, but he's in his game. Yes. So as he said, if you hear crashes and booms and strange Asian karaoke type music, that's him playing on this game. But
Pew, pew.
let's just get a quick message, why don't we? I hope you're having, but no yells from you, sir. No, I'll accept the game, but not you. All right, so let's just get. Oh, at the bottom of the deck, by the way, was the Queen of Pentacles when I took her out the box. Took it out the box, but here we have the Magician. Ooh, what we got there?
Ooh, the combo.
The Magician and the Queen of Pentacles.
That was strange.
Money magic.
Yes, sir.
That's just what I hear up the top. Money magic. Magic money? Magic money?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, windfall of abundance, jackpots.
Yes, sir. And
That's what that means.
And it is so, and so.
Play the Powerball like I do. Oh. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. No, that's too much. I'm not taking that. Let's see.
Aqua just destroyed my bro. That is.
All right, just give me a couple cards. Spirit, we don't want to be here too long. We got things to do and people to see. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we got the Hierophant, the Emperor, and the Sun card. Yikes. All right, so that is okay. So we got. Oh, my bad. Knocked you off a little bit. So this is. This is exposure of. Oh man, are we really doing this right now? It's supposed to be an uplifting message. This is exposure of powers that are manipulative powers.
Oh.
That's what I get. Hey, no audience participation right now.
What's wrong with this?
It's distracted. Yes. This is exposure of manipulative powers, because the Hierophant is like establishments. It could even be religion, but it doesn't have to be restricted to religion. It can also be power dynamics in the structural form, like businesses, corporations, and also religious structures and any overarching construct of power. And then the Emperor obviously is the man essence of power, as he's the most dominant masculine force in the deck, who usually is very much associated with control and things like that. And then we got the Sun card, which is about, to me, it says exposing. You know, that was the first word that I heard off the top, was exposure of energies and powers and principalities that have kept kept others subservient to this energy, which is to be blocked and bound and unaware. A whole lot of stuff when it comes to the energy. That was too many. But it's not, to put it this way, the Eight of Swords, which is what that card was, is the opposite of freedom as we're here. And let me see if I could adjust this. Oh, there we go. You can see me a little bit better, just a little bit. Oh, look at that beautiful light. That halo, halo. The Eight of Swords is the opposite of freedom. It's like almost a jail card, but more of a psychological imprisonment or mental imprisonment. But what I like to always point out in a high vibration is that with the Eight of Swords, that's something that you do have the power to release yourself from. It's about how you're submitting yourself. So, which is in great alignment with these first three cards out. No matter the highest power, authority in the land, it's all you have to establish yourself as a sovereign power to know that it's your submission to those forces that gives them authority, not the position of the forces themselves. And that was the Star card as I stopped shuffling, which means that you are the star of your show, of your life. You don't let anyone else impose authority over what you know to be true about you. All right, so let's see, what was that? Yeah, this is about rejection of I would say with this energy here, it's like you're rejecting, not you per se, but this energy is like rejecting the Ace of Cups, like the ultimate cup of love and emotional fulfillment. And that's kind of what this energy does, like how it imposes itself over beings, is it kind of separates you from spiritual and emotional self-satisfaction. And yeah, look at this, the Tower under here. It brings things to a halty close and to an ending and causes destruction ultimately. This energy that persists when we submit to a power that doesn't have our best interest at heart, we're ultimately rejecting our highest vibration of love internally and then absolutely externally, so that it ends up being like a Tower situation in your life where nothing really seems to go right. You know, things aren't really on one accord. You know, there's no flow. There's always friction. You know, love is just the highest force there is universally. All things are created from that force. So when you're in rejection of that from within yourself, it's hard for you to create that, let alone attract it from the outside of you, you know. And then your relationships begin to look like this, topsy-turvy, tumultuous, and that's the end of that world cycle. We're moving away from that, you know. See how she's looking back at this, the World card, she's looking back at this, but it's time to move forward. On my table, she's the forwarding energy. And I'm just going to kind of freak it a little bit since this is impromptu, you know what I mean? We're just going to do it. We on vacation, the cards is on vacation. We just going to let it do what it do. Yep, and this is a more genuine contracts and agreements. You being in alignment with others that are on your vibe, match your vibe, and more or less in your tribe. Not submitting to, not necessarily submitting to social acceptance, you know, for the sake of societal satisfaction. You know, the contracts and agreements and connections that you may be making now, or that may be on the horizon, may be much different than what you're used to, but they're going to be, that's almost like you picking up that cup that you left behind here that was rejected here, or perhaps some of the relationships that were leading to energies of this sort are now being left behind for more authentic connections, you know. And it's like new beginnings all around. That's what's on the other side of the World card. So I'm seeing that as just like more authentic connections and contracts that are in divine alignment, in integrity, you know. Anything that's outside of that force. Yeah, look at this. We got the Chariot card, which is about moving forward victoriously, you know, coming out of some excuse me, all of this energy is pretty matched up. Coming out, oh, my nails look cute in this light. I just noticed. Coming out of some old challenges, and the Chariot card speaks about leaving some challenge behind, almost coming off the battlefield victoriously. Some of the relationships and connections that we've made up until now, or even just not long ago, have not necessarily yielded us success and satisfaction and a stable sense of self, even, is what I hear. And we're coming out of that, and it's, for some of us, it's been hard to kind of leave those energies behind because it's what we've been used to. It's been comfortable. Again, it's been socially gratifying, satisfying, socially acceptable, and we haven't really wanted to break away from what we've known and what we felt sort of comfortable in, because 9 times out of 10 you didn't really feel that comfortable in it. You just felt you might be less comfortable moving into something new or in some unknown direction. But that's exactly what we're being called to pretty much count your wins, not your losses. Count your wins and move forward victoriously into whatever new terrain of success there is to conquer ahead, because there is much more to do ahead of you than there is to look back upon, if you believe so. That's a prosperous perspective forward. I don't want to take that because it didn't flip over, but that was the 8 of Wands, which is about protecting your passion, protect your energy, protect your peace. Oh, right, we're literally actually still in full moon energy in Capricorn. Oh, right, duh. That's what this is about. The Capricorn energy that we're in, this is in alignment. We're in a full moon just as of yesterday in Capricorn, which is about challenging the authorities in your life, what you've allowed to take authority, what authorities you've submitted to. Also, and that also is as primitive as habits and intimate relationships and people in positions of power and significance in your intimate life. But of course, as I said, on a grander scale, like on a macro scale, like the powers that be in the world. So this is very much so in alignment. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so we're going to try to keep this in 15 minutes. So let's see what else we got. So we're moving forward victoriously as you choose to embark upon something new. Happy Independence Day, a day of freedom. Yes, we celebrate the nation that is the United States of America, and so do I, because I'm happy to be here. However, we also celebrate our own independence, our divine independence, and that's kind of what's behind that? Oh, wow. This was under the deck before. Having so many choices that you almost don't know what to choose, especially in this day and time. Things can be a bit hazy, but choosing to make the divine choices, integral choices, to be in alignment, spirit, mind, and body with self, and allowing that alignment to lead your path, not being in confusion and illusion, looking around at what other people are doing or what society is telling you should be doing or should not be doing. It's a very much so internal compass of creativity and an internal establishment of power and authority that one must have to attract those energies that are in direct reflection to that, meaning, again, those aligned relationships, moving away from those old dysfunctional relationships and forming new connections, because you're in a higher, more enlightened and exalted state of being to do so. What you're cultivating in self is what you're attracting. Now, if you're cultivating confusion and illusion and disillusion, then that's also what you'll attract. But we're living on a higher vibration, or we're choosing to. And look, at the bottom of the deck is the 4 of Wands, which is exactly what that choice affords you. Similar to the Chariot card, where there's been some great challenge to overcome, to come into this partnership. Some people might be getting a new house. And also with the Chariot card, that's about moving. So that's an expression there of all newness on the horizon. But again, these new blessings are pouring in because people are opening up to new possibilities of the power that's vested in them to create the lives that they desire to have, and first and foremost to be the expressions of love and creativity that they've always desired to be. There's no restriction. There's nothing binding you anymore. The only thing that can bind you is yourself, your own mind, your own illusions. Yeah, see here. The only thing that can bind the King of Pentacles from being the Kingpin is his thoughts of his reflection on past experiences and his dwelling on past experiences, his despise or regret for old investments of energy and time and focus. Like if you're going to sit and think about what you did wrong and what you could have done differently, and in a low vibrational way, because we can all take stock on our progress and then make positive choices at this present point. But when you're stuck in the past, this eight of Wands card is always about someone looking backwards more than they are looking forward to me. Maybe this guy, because how you're seeing it is it kind of looks backwards, but yeah, no, actually that's the same way. Him looking back, I even hear this right now, like maybe the way that you attained money before, you're looking back at a time when it was easy to just come up. You know what I mean? This might not be for everybody, but when it was easy to just kind of like get money a certain type of way, and it puts you on top of the game, like the old world habits of inhabiting Earth. That probably doesn't make any sense to you, but that old way of thinking. This is about like a mental imbalance sometimes, an emotional imbalance, energetic imbalance, and it's only because he's dwelling on what used to work instead of taking his pentacle and investing it in whatever way makes sense now. So that means that the things that used to be productive before may not be the case anymore. So you can keep trying over and over, and that's insanity, right? Doing the same thing and expecting different results. But ultimately, we're being called to just open ourselves up, open your mind, open your heart, open your eyes, open your spirit to a new way of prosperity. And I guarantee you that if you open yourself up to maybe even exploring different gifts that you possess that you didn't think would make you money, different habits, different hobbies that you've done before that maybe you thought was just a fun pastime that actually could make you money, or expertise, like it's your special quality of expression, and a lot of us have taken that for granted as a way that could be prosperous for us in a material sense, and have kind of, because of the way that society has kind of steered us in the past, it's like, oh, that's a hobby or that's a pastime. That's not prosperous. That's not productive, or just, not falling in line with the way that society trains us to contribute. When you choose to do something differently from that altogether, sometimes that challenge can be a little bit daunting because it puts you kind of at odds with the status quo and the popular majority. But in true form, it will afford you to be the master of your material harvest and your own estate. I like to say the sole proprietor of your estate, when you're able to take certain risks and be courageous, in your pursuits for prosperity beyond what has been offered to you, because society is not going to tell you how prosperous you can be. It's only going to reflect to you what's going to be the most productive for it to benefit from. So it's kind of up to us to dig a little deeper and reach a little higher and expand ourselves a little bit wider to get the fullest truth of our value and to express that forward. Also, I'm gonna pull this out here. Oh, look at that. The Ace of Pentacles. And look, right here. I'm sorry, the Ace of Cups is right here, which is that wish fulfillment at this stage. When you let go of these problematic partnerships and, you know, aligning yourself. And this could be people, places, or things. It doesn't have to be limited to people, but of course these are two people falling out of the tower, right? But it's just about when you're in alignment with things that are not in alignment with you. This is what you want to align yourself for. Remember, I was saying it's like he's rejecting the Ace of Cups. This is that Ace of Cups, which is spiritual and emotional overflow. You know, when you can create anything from this space, you know, because this is first of all from the divine. It's sent from the divine, which means it's sent to fulfill you. And also it's from that fulfillment, it can't help but spill over into everything else that you do and everything else you create. And this is love energy. Love energy lasts forever. So pentacle energy, you know, that's money. It can be fleeting. Not usually when it comes from the divine, but we can still squander it in our human existence. But when you have an overflow of the spirit, meaning everything you do. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing?
Locking it.
It's fine. It is locked. It's locked. It's good. It's good. It's good. Come on. I'm in a flow and you just took me out of it.
We can open it from the outside.
No, you can't. Trust me. It's fine. If you feel comfortable, go ahead and lock it and leave it alone. But I'm pretty sure it locks behind you. It's good. Thank you. Ciao. This is the overflow of energy that you want to work with, because this is never depleted. It's like a well that doesn't run dry. And here is the work speaking for itself. You know what I mean? This is you've already interrupted. Quiet. The Eight of Pentacles is when you work in such a way, and that's from this fulfilled space. When you work in such a way that it doesn't even feel like work, you do it all day and all night for free almost. That's the spiritual work. That's your life's work, more or less. And that's what I was saying about dipping back into those things that bring you fulfillment and joy and a thrill and some type of, you know, that make you happy to do, that you don't feel depleted from after you're done. Those are the things that you want to really double back to if you've left them behind. Don't worry about what society tells you is acceptable. If those things are not bringing you peace and joy and true passion, pure passion, and not expressing to you your highest value and not allowing you to invest your highest value in them, stop, Jay. Those are the things that you want to start to separate yourself from, or start to at least initiate a point of separation, even if you don't just quit your job today or tomorrow, or quit the relationship today or tomorrow. Maybe you will, and maybe you should, I don't know. But you want to start to wrap your mind around the intention of separation and what it would mean to connect to the things more so than the separation. Start to build the intentions to do the things that you love, to be that energy that you love to be, and to be in the places that bring you joy and happiness, so that day to day it's not work, it's devotion. When you enjoy doing something, when you enjoy the relationships that you're in, when you enjoy the people that you're around, when you enjoy the place that you call work and the thing that you do every day, that's called devotion. You know, you could easily commit to that without having to get paid for it. Yeah, there's a return. There's always an exchange in life if it's a good thing, right? But it doesn't feel like an imbalanced exchange, you know, like you're giving more than you're actually receiving, or that you're taking more, you know, unjustifiably than you are due. So it works both ways. And that energy leads you to this, where you are, you know, depleted and depressed. And we're not even going to keep that on the board because I like where we just ended. So that's the octave of doing things and working in this spirit. When you're choosing to stay in things that are not bringing you all those other high vibrational energies, it ultimately leaves you in this space where you're feeling, where you're feeling depleted, not feeling fulfilled. You know, once again, he's looking at the past and what he's lost and not even realizing that there are 2 cups behind him. Now, we don't know what's in those cups. They look kind of empty to me from the picture, but still, yet and still, it's not a highly productive space to be in. So let's just get one more card and then I'm gonna close it out. One more card, one more card. One more, Spirit, one more. I mean, Spirit, like, girl, you got the Ace of Cups. What more you want? You right. Let's see what's on the top. And this is balance in the community. Everybody wins, equal give and take. You have so much prosperity that you can share it. This is, I mean, it could go either way, because you could be these guys that are dependent upon this person, or you could be this person that's feeding the community and you know, expressing. Yes, 1 second, okay? You can be this guy who's actually feeding the community, and not necessarily like taking care of the community per se, but that he has so much to offer that it's a contribution to things, people, places, and things outside of him. So you can aspire to be on either side of this, but ultimately the card itself, and how you aspire to that is by your choices. Let me just say that, because the lower octave of what I've been talking about here, submitting to society to tell you to reflect to you your power and your position and your importance in life, will leave you in a codependent state on others and on the system itself. If you allow it to be your authority, it will always be your authority. It will have no problem operating in that capacity. But if you establish yourself as your own sovereign being, and remember, he carries the scales of justice, so this is a guy, a man in integrity, a person, a human, a system, a thing, whatever it is, it's in integrity, it's balanced. So when you establish this and align yourself with entities such as this, it puts you in a position to add value to your family, your world, your job as it is, your community, your city, state, country, your nation, you know, as if the nation is bigger than the world. I meant to save the world for last, but you get what I'm saying. The universe, how about that? Nothing bigger than that. You make a universal impact with your life force, past, present, and future. You know, when you are building on things that are in integrity with your highest value, your true form, what is you know, what gives you liberty in life holistically, not in submission to anything or anyone else, but ultimately only submitting to the highest vibration and energetic expression of yourself. Call it God, call it highest self, call it whatever you want. Just don't call it low vibrational. How about that? All right, so that's it for now. I'm going to go. And you can't. I'm going to, come on. They can't even see you. They still can't see you because of the light.
Have a great 4th of July.
Yes, we're going to go now. At some point, you still can't see. We're going to go.
I gotta play the game.
We're going to go and enjoy ourselves in a bit, but I just had to take advantage of that. And there's a beautiful desk over here with the overhead light that I might take advantage of a little later on. We'll see, who knows. But in any event, establish yourself as a sovereign spirit in this energetic field we call Earth today, and let it be so from this day moving forward. What better day than Independence Day but to celebrate the liberty of your mind, body, and spirit, and ultimately the exaltation of your soul. Indeed. Okay, so let it be in spirit and truth. Freedom rings for me and for you. And until next time.
Bye. Peace.